All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to another special episode of On The FinSide as we continue our relationship with the Miami Dolphins, and we'll be talking about the Dolphins Academy 7-on-7 tournament this upcoming weekend. We're going to be joined tonight by Troy Drayton, who is the manager of the Youth and Community Affairs and former Dolphins Tight End, regular guest of the show, as well as Ndidi Massay, Executive Director of the Ross Initiative in Sports for Equality. Troy, Ndidi, how are you guys doing tonight?
Good, thank you.
I'm doing very well, man. How you doing? Glad to be back on.
Always doing good. Still rooting for you to win the Offered All Gridiron Grill Off one of these years, man. It's we're a big fan of you in that one. What can you guys tell us about the 7-on-7 tournament for those that aren't familiar with it?
Well, actually, this is our ninth year for this event. We got some of the top high school and youth football teams in South Florida, and also Broward, Dade, and Palm Beach counties. Friday night we're going to have a symposium for the coaches and players at Nova Southeastern. And then Saturday and Sunday we're going to be competing. The high school and the youth teams are going to be competing at Plantation Central Park in Plantation. And this year we have Rise, who's going to be a big part of our symposium, and we're very happy to have them. And with all the curriculum and all the things that they're doing, special things that they're doing, we're definitely happy to have them as a huge part of our symposium with the kids. So it's just going to be a wonderful event. Probably going to have over 1,000 kids there, not only high school but youth. And we're just looking forward to hosting this game because we're stewards of the game, and not only high school football but youth football, and again we're just happy to have Rise as a part of what we're doing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
So, Ndidi, speaking of Rise, what role is Rise going to play in those symposiums this weekend, as well as the rest of the events?
Well, first of all, we're really grateful to the Dolphins and excited to partner with them on this great event. We think it's an incredible opportunity to get our curriculum in front of, over 1,000 kids. And what our curriculum looks like is we're spending about 90 minutes with the kids where we're going to split them up into some activities that will challenge some critical thinking. And then we'll have a keynote presentation by an incredible speaker who's known for motivating kids, who's known for teamwork, as well as diversity and inclusion. And then all of our curriculum, our goal is really to help advance race relations in this country and to use sport as a platform. So everything is around awareness and education in terms of diversity, in terms of identity, and then also about building skills and skills like bystander action. And really, again, our goal is to help advance race relations in this country.
So, Ndidi, just to give folks a little background on you, I know a lot of our listeners are fairly familiar with Troy from a few things. I know you were an All-American softball player. You've been a coach. You're in Northwestern's Athletics Hall of Fame, and you've worked with everything from the WNBA, the NFL, WWE, et cetera. Can you give folks a little more background on yourself? I know you're the executive director for Rise, but I think it would be helpful for those listening.
Yeah. Well, like you said, I've kind of experienced sports at a bunch of different angles as an athlete, as a coach, as an administrator. I'm also a lawyer and have been negotiating various contracts in sports as well as in media. And, really race relations and diversity is one of my passions. So I've been able to do some of that in my background, but not to the extent that I'm doing now. So I'm really, really excited to be able to combine my passion in race relations as well as my experience in sport. And then, on a personal level, I'm really excited about our mission because I have two sons and two young African-American sons. And I think, it's difficult to be a young African-American boy today. But, they're huge athletes. Sports draws them. So I see it firsthand how sports can be such a great platform to have life skills, to learn life skills and to build skills. And in addition to some of the diversity stuff that we're learning, it's teamwork, it's discipline, leadership, it's constructive criticism, learning how to win, how to lose. So I love, on a personal note, I love sports. for that and for everything that it can do to kids. And again, sort of bringing it back to, the event this weekend, I think that's really what we're doing and what the Dolphins is doing is, helping these kids with life skills. And we know the odds of going to pros are, so small. So it's a great time to use football and use sport as a platform to really help kids with life skills.
I couldn't have said it better myself, and I actually got a smile on my face as you were describing your involvement and how you feel about youth sports and things like that, because there just aren't enough folks that really get that these days. So bravo to you for that. Now, what is the It Takes All Colors photo booth for those that may be attending the events on Saturday?
Yeah, so it's a cool photo booth that we've set up where we have a great background of some Dolphins players in a huddle, and so you stand in front of that, and then you take a photo, and then the technology turns the photo into a black and white photo, and then it just has your team colors pop. So you sort of get to choose your colors, and we're hoping they're all teal for the Dolphins, and then you get these colors. You get the photo sent to you digitally, and then we're encouraging you to share it via social media. So you can also pick, the kids can also pick their high school colors, but it's a fun way where our focus again is the focus is your team color rather than your skin color, and basically just to, have fun on social media and to share it. So we're hoping, we're hoping a lot of people will come to the booth and we'll share our message and share the photo.
Now, with those photos, is there any particular hashtag that you're asking the folks to use or what have you if folks want to take a peek at the photos that are coming out of this?
Yep. The hashtag is Rise to Win. And then, and for whatever reason, if you're not at the event, you can also take advantage of this opportunity on our website, which is risetowin.org. And you can upload a photo there, and you can still use the same technology. But yes, thank you for that. We are encouraging people to use the hashtag #RiseToWin.
Well, and just speaking on a personal note, we'll keep an eye out for that this weekend and be sharing a few of those out as well for some of our listeners so they can check it out a little bit more.
Thank you.
Troy, I know you're the manager of Youth and Community Affairs. What's your role with the tournament this weekend, and what can fans expect from the Dolphins side of the house?
Actually, my role is basically just organizing all the teams and getting everybody registered and organizing the games and also all the background stuff that people really don't pay attention to. We have a bunch of interns that are going to be helping us, and so we got to fill up water jugs, and we got to keep the games rolling. So there's a lot of work that goes into hosting close to 90 teams, and so I'm going to be in charge of a lot of that stuff, a lot of things that you really don't see. But that's going to be my role in making sure that we have the best talent here in South Florida that's going to represent the Miami Dolphins.
I have an offbeat question for you, and you may or may not know the answer here, Troy. I know you've been involved with it. I know it's been there for 9 years now. Have there been any players that went through this program that you know of that have gone on to the pros?
Kelvin Benjamin a couple years ago participated. Well, a while ago he participated in our 7-on-7. So we've had schools like Booker T. Washington, Carroll City, Miami Jackson, Miami Northwestern, William T. Dwyer, all of these type of schools that participate, and they're powerhouses in Broward, Dade, and Palm Beach County. Even Dillard High School, they participate. So when you look at, all the athletes that pass through here, through our 7-on-7, you do have a lot of guys who are now playing on Sundays. But, Kelvin Benjamin is one of those guys who, he played big when he participated in our 7-on-7. And unfortunately, he was injured last year, but his rookie year, he played big for the Carolina Panthers. So guys like that who come through our program and played well. And, when you think about, our 7-on-7, you're talking about some of the best talent here in South Florida. So And we're just happy to host it, and we're happy to be stewards of the game, not only in youth but in high school football as well.
Fantastic. Is there anything else that you want to put out on behalf of the Dolphins for this event? I know DolphinsAcademy.com is one of the websites they can check out. Are there any other things that you want to make sure that folks are aware of from the Dolphins side of the house, Troy?
Well, again, I'm happy that Rise is a big part of what we're doing with our symposium, and I'm just happy that we're able to have them this year, and we're looking forward to them hosting and doing and having a bigger part in what we're doing as far as the symposium, because ultimately, we're trying to shape the character of these kids, and especially in youth football and in high school football. And it's our job to make sure that, these kids are developing in the right way. And Rise is a big part of that. So we're just happy to have them, and it's going to be a great event. So we just hope that everybody takes away something from this, especially the character development piece. You're also going to get some great competition on Saturday and Sunday.
Awesome. And Ndidi, I have two questions left for you. The first one's the same question I just asked Troy. If there's anything else you want to put on behalf of Rise, I know they can go to risetowin.com and check out all the info. We'll be tweeting that out from our website or from our Twitter account as well. Anything else that you want to put out?
Yeah, well, it's actually risetowin.org, so that people go to the right site. And then, again, we're really excited. We figured I'd make sure it was accurate. And then just really excited to partner with the Dolphins and get in front of this great number of kids, and really try to make an impact and help them with life lessons. And I'm excited to sort of introduce our motivational speaker, who is dynamic and works with a lot of D1 colleges, a lot of D1 football programs, and I think the kids will really enjoy him. So excited to be a part of this.
Awesome. And the final question I have for you is one that no one gets away from our show without answering. Troy's answered it a couple times in the past, so I figure I'll throw it your way this time. It's kind of a fun question, and I'm going to tailor it a little bit because I know you've got the two young ones. So you're riding in your car, You've got your two young ones in the car with you. You've got your iPod plugged in or your phone, whatever music player, you've got some music on, and you put it on shuffle, not even thinking. One song ends. What's the one song in your iPod that you pray doesn't come on, and your kids kind of look at you and go, "Oh my gosh, Mom, what are you listening to?"
Probably old school rap, because they kind of think it's a joke, compared to the music today. That they think it's probably something by Houdini, maybe like I don't know if you're a rap guy, but maybe like a 5 minutes of funk or something like that.
Okay.
Where they're like, "Mom, really? This is called a rap?" Or I would say, or if it's current, I would hope that something that is not a radio version doesn't come on with language that I don't want my 10-year-old and 15-year-old, okay, but that I don't want my 10-year-old to hear. One of those two.
That's a fair answer, and we've definitely got some interesting answers in the past out of that. But Ndidi, Troy, thank you guys very much for joining us today. I really appreciate it on behalf of myself and on the FinSide. And for those listening out there, as Ndidi mentioned, you can go to risetowin.org and check out all the information about Rise, as well as go to DolphinsAcademy.com. Make sure you check out these events this weekend if you're in the area. The 7-on-7 tournament sounds amazing. And keep an eye out for that Rise to Win hashtag this weekend as well, so you can check out the It Takes All Colors photo booth photos. All right. Thank you guys very much, and I hope you guys have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Talk to you soon.
Take care. All right, folks, on behalf of myself, on behalf of Brian Miller and Brian Catanzaro, huge thank you to the Dolphins organization. These interviews are a lot of fun for us, and we'll be talking to all of you soon. Make sure you stay tuned in.